You know, it's no secret that the quieter Trump's schedule, the noisier his Twitter feed, and this weekend was no exception. CNN senior congressional correspondent Manu Raju kept track of it all. He tweeted, by 3 p.m. Sunday, Trump this weekend has attacked Fox News weekend anchors, McCain twice, Mueller report, General Motors, local United Auto Worker union leader. Still with me? Google, Hillary Clinton, Saturday Night Live, Christopher Steele, Democrats, Paris climate deal, and retweeted attacks on Mueller, McCabe, and Clinton. Almost 50 tweets and retweets, by my count, telling us something else we already knew. Someone needs to take executive control over Trump's executive time. Not just for the number of tweets, but for the content, too. Clearly, he had time to tweet about the slaughter of 50 Muslims in New Zealand, but did he? Of course not. Instead, most notable was his attack on someone who's no longer around to defend himself, the late Senator John McCain. On Saturday, Trump tweeted, spreading the fake and totally discredited dossier is unfortunately a very dark stain against John McCain. Ken Starr, former independent counsel, he had far worse stains than this, including thumbs down on repeal and replace after years of campaigning to repeal and replace. Now, if that makes no sense to you, and why should it? It's because Trump was referring to an interview Ken Starr did on, guess, Fox News. That's right, the day before.
John McCain was an American hero who did so much for the country, but this is unfortunately a very dark stain.
Of course, Trump left out the first half of Starr's comments, and on Sunday, Trump took it to the next level when he wrote this. So it was indeed, just proven in court papers, last in his class, Annapolis, John McCain that sent the fake dossier to the FBI and media, hoping to have it printed before the election. He and the Dems working together failed as usual. That's rich coming from a man who received 5 military deferments, one because of bone spurs. And the Washington Post found that within that one tweet, Trump made 3 false statements. 1, McCain did not graduate last in his class at the Naval Academy. It was 5th from last, something he often joked about, and I don't think he threatened to sue if they released his academic records. 2nd, as reports say, McCain was not made aware of the Steele dossier until after Trump won the election. And 3rd, that the Post reports McCain gave the dossier to the FBI, as he should have, by the way, there's no evidence he gave it to the media. Now, as expected, Meghan McCain fought back on behalf of her father on The View yesterday morning.
He spends his weekend obsessing over great men because he knows it, and I know it, and all of you know it. He will never be a great man.
And you know who didn't fight back? The senators who served alongside McCain and all the other Republicans who don't have what it takes to become great men either. The closest thing to a defense came from Senator Lindsey Graham, who some would say was McCain's closest ally before Trump came along, tweeting, as to John McCain and his devotion to his country, he stepped forward to risk his life for his country, served honorably under difficult circumstances, was one of the most consequential senators in the history of the body. That he was. But Graham couldn't even risk a mention of Trump in his tweet, let alone condemn the president's unrelenting character attack. Not exactly a profile in courage, huh? In fact, the only thing these spineless former colleagues of McCain's seem to stand for, re-election.